What if you could land amazing, high-value clients month after month without ever sending another cold pitch again? Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, today we're diving into the zero pitch strategy, a system designed to completely flip the script on how you find work and build a seriously consistent business. If you're a freelancer, you know exactly what I'm talking about, the feast or famine cycle. One month, you're drowning in projects, turning down work. The next, crickets. You're scrambling, trying to find your next gig. It is absolutely exhausting. But what if you could just step off that roller coaster for good? That's the core promise of this whole strategy. We're going to walk through a blueprint that's all about bringing in a steady, predictable stream of 5 to 10 great clients every single month. And the best part? You can do it without the soul-crushing grind of traditional pitching. So, how in the world does this actually work? Well, it all starts with a philosophy that's a little counterintuitive. The idea that to grow your business, you don't actually need to get bigger. You just need to get way, way smarter. This idea is inspired by Paul Jarvis's concept of a company of one. The goal isn't to build some huge agency with a fancy office and tons of overhead. No, the goal is to be a lean, mean, highly profitable machine. Staying small means less stress, bigger profit margins, and way more control over your work and your life. So this whole system is really built on 3 simple rules. First, zero fluff. You're not going to waste months building a complicated 20-page website. Second, zero noise. You stop chasing clients on every platform under the sun and focus only on the few channels that actually work. And finally, maximum effectiveness. This is about using a little bit of human psychology instead of pushy sales tactics to attract the clients you want to work with. Okay, so with that philosophy in mind, let's get into the very first step, positioning. This is all about defining who you are so clearly, so specifically, that the right clients can't help but be drawn to you. It's like building a magnet. And this right here really shows you the power of getting specific. You know, it's an old marketing idea, but it's more true today than ever. In this market, you can't just be a graphic designer. That's like shouting into a hurricane. But when you become the cosmetic dentist brand expert, suddenly you're the only person in the room. You instantly cut through all the noise. And to make this super practical, the strategy suggests you pick just 2 niches to focus on. So why these? Well, it's simple. These industries have a constant, never-ending need for design. A craft brewery always needs a new label for its next IPA. A dental clinic is always trying to build more trust with patients. They need help, and they're actively looking for specialists. So, how does this positioning translate into your portfolio? Well, forget that massive, sprawling website. All you need is one single client magnet page. It's built for speed and clarity. A simple header that says who you are, 3 knockout case studies, really clear service packages, and a dead simple call to action. We're aiming for clarity here, not quantity. So you've positioned yourself as the expert, you've built your client magnet page, now it's time to build the engine that's going to bring people to your door. And this isn't about just randomly spamming people, it's a real system. Our first channel is so simple, it's almost genius. We're going to target local businesses right where it hurts the most, their digital storefront on Google Maps. You got to remember, for a local coffee shop or a dental clinic, this is often way more important than their actual website. The process is super straightforward. You just search for one of your niches in a city, and then you put on your detective hat. You inspect everything. Is their logo all blurry and pixelated? Is their menu a PDF that's impossible to read on a phone? These aren't just little design mistakes. These are business problems that are actively costing them money. And that leads you to the perfect way to reach out. See, you're not saying, hey, I'm a designer, hire me. You're saying, I noticed a specific problem and I know how to fix it. It's not a sales pitch, it's a helpful hand. That tiny shift builds instant trust because it proves you're actually paying attention. All right, our second channel takes us from the local streets to the online communities. Places like Reddit and Discord are absolute gold mines for finding clients, especially in tech and creative industries, but only if you play your cards right. The absolute key here is to build up some social proof before you ever ask for anything. You start by just looking for posts where people are asking for help. But instead of jumping right into their DMs, you add value out in the open. You leave helpful comments. Then, once you've shown you know your stuff, you can slide into the DMs with a really low-key, no-pressure offer. And this script right here is pure magic. Those 5 words, no pressure at all, they change everything. By offering a free little concept preview, you completely reverse the risk. The client has absolutely nothing to lose by saying yes. You're making it ridiculously easy for them to say, okay, show me what you got. Now we get to the real heart of this entire system, the no pitch pitch. How do you actually close these deals without just giving away all your best work for free? It all comes down to one massive shift in your mindset. This idea, inspired by the legendary Blair Enns, is a total game changer. Creatives should not be begging for work. You're not a vendor, you're an expert. Think of yourself like a doctor. You diagnose a problem, and then you prescribe the solution. That simple shift takes you from just another person asking for a job to an expert consultant they need to hire. So, how do you actually do that in practice? It's a simple 2-step dance. First is the diagnosis, where you just ask for permission to show them a little something. Then comes the prescription, where you deliver one tiny but super valuable micro-concept. We're not talking a full logo design, maybe just a color direction or font pairing. It's just a taste, enough to prove you're the real deal without giving away the whole farm. And here's the psychology behind it. Your clients are not buying a logo or a website. They're buying an emotional outcome. That dental clinic doesn't really want a new logo. What they want is to look trustworthy so that more nervous patients feel comfortable booking an appointment. When you start talking about their business problems instead of just fonts and colors, you change the entire conversation. Okay, let's bring it all home. We've talked about positioning, outreach, and the no pitch pitch. Now let's get down to the brass tacks. How to price your work, and more importantly, how to build a daily routine that makes this whole thing run like clockwork. To stop the endless back and forth on price and scope, you've got to productize your services. A simple 3-tier menu like this is a lifesaver. It gives clients super clear options and makes it easy for them to buy. They can pick a simple starter refresh, a bigger growth kit, or go all in on the premium identity package. It's clean, it's transparent, and it makes you look like a total pro. Now, this might be the most important part of the entire strategy, because none of this works without consistency. This simple 90-minute routine is the engine that drives everything. 20 minutes scanning Google Maps, 20 minutes leaving helpful comments online, 20 minutes searching Twitter, then just 10 minutes sending a few targeted DMs, and this is crucial, 10 minutes on follow-ups. That's it. Just an hour and a half of focused work a day. And please, please do not sleep on that last 10-minute block for follow-ups. A single friendly follow-up message can boost your conversion rate by a mind-blowing 40%. Most people just send one message and give up. The real money, the real success is in the follow-up. It shows you're professional and you're serious. So let's end with this question. This strategy, it's not a magic trick. It's a system, a smart, consistent system. It's your ticket off that chaotic feast or famine roller coaster and onto a path of predictable growth. So just ask yourself, what would a steady stream of amazing clients, all from just 90 minutes of focused work a day, really change for you?